you do such a great job portraying nuts. You do the best nuts of any journalist I've ever seen. And you stay with the nuts as they get nuttier and nuttier. And there's so many of these kinds of lost soul, delusional, nutty people in your pieces. Peter Swales, who is Jeffrey Mason's antagonist, he's a Freud scholar who detests Jeffrey Mason. Sheila McGuff herself, Bob Bales is another one. Trevor Thomas, the last person to see Sylvia Plath alive, is a character in your book about Sylvia Plath and Ted Hughes. And you describe him so wonderfully. I wonder, when you see people like this, do you have literary models in your head? Are you thinking of like a character from Gogol? Are you thinking, how do you see them when you get somebody like that? How do you see them when you first see them?
Well, in Trevor Thomas's case, when I stepped into his house, which was a Collier's Brothers place with just this most incredible amount of stuff in a kind of almost sickening profusion.
And the dust.
And the dust on, there was so much dust, you felt there was kind of dust on top of dust.
Dust with its own, yeah.
Its own dust. But anyway, I immediately did think of that Borges story, The Aleph, which has something to do with that there's a man who kind of sees everything in the world is in his mind. He has that kind of a grasp, and I had that feeling of here was everything in the world, and also here was a very nice ending for my book.
Well, the description of this guy's apartment is just so great, because you've seen chaos. You see it; it's the main thing you see really in life, and yet your mind goes blank and doesn't describe it. And you said about the chaos in his apartment, you said, "This is the way things are," the place says. "This is unmediated actuality in all its multiplicity, randomness, inconsistency, redundancy, authenticity." Before the magisterial mess of Trevor Thomas's house, the orderly houses that most of us live in seem meager and lifeless, as, in the same way, the narratives called biographies pale and shrink in the face of the disorderly actuality that is a life.
Yeah, I used to write well.